Good morning, friends. This is Deborah from Greetings from the Word, and I'm coming in today to do a card. I really have a desire to do these videos, but I'm always waiting for things to be perfect. For my nails to look perfect, for my hands to look perfect, for my desk to be cleaned off, for me to have everything perfectly in order. But, if I wait for that to happen, I'll never record a video. So I'm getting ready to do what I call a vintage card. And I thought I would invite you in to do it with me. Come sit alongside me. Maybe you'll find that it's something that you might enjoy doing as well. So, perfect example. Last evening, I did this really cutie patootie card. Oh my goodness. It's so cute. I just did it with some glitter paper, and I had stamped and colored an image and did these cute little butterflies, embossing photo on the glitter paper, and this beautiful sentiment, "You are simply the best." And inside, I just stamped it with little flowers on the side, and "You're pretty amazing." And I just think this is a great card. It's a 6x6 square card. On the other side of the envelope, on the flap, I just stamped a butterfly to kind of mimic what you see on the card. And we're having a women's conference at my church. And a friend of mine and I are card makers and scrapbookers and journal makers. So we like all the paper crafting things. So that's going to be one of the cards that will be on sale. I think now we're probably at, maybe 150, 175 cards we've made. But you never know how people are going to buy. So we decided, let's just overmake. And whatever we don't have sold, we will just keep in our stash. So the one that I'm making today, I already started. I had some vintage paper, and it's really cute. You can see I already adhered it to the card base, but that's as far as I got with the butterflies, and then I inked around the edge of the card. As you can see, it's very, very different from the card that I just showed you that I did yesterday. But this one, I had an idea of what I wanted to do. And I want my layout to be something like this. It's a frame. I want to frame out this butterfly. And I have a butterfly that I stamped, colored, and fussy cut. And I'm thinking I'm going to put it somewhere like here. I have a couple of other things that I thought I would put on the card. I have this little stamp here, or label, that I just colored and stamped. It was, cut from my Cricut, a whole bunch of them, a whole page. I was thinking I might stick it like around here on the card. And also another stamp that I had, also cut from the Cricut on craft paper. And then I just inked the edges, stamped. And I kind of thought, I want this word love to show. So I'm going to stick it here in the corner, but I still want the word love to show. So I might need to move this butterfly up a little bit so I can get the word love right here in the corner. And so we have our cards kind of broken down into categories, and one of the categories is spiritual. So I want a spiritual message on this card. And this can be used as a sympathy card, perhaps, depending on the message, or not the message, but what the sentiment is. I have one here that says, God will not forsake you. And I have another one, haven't decided, fear not, he is with you. So I'm going to use one or the other of those. But I kind of thought that card design was cute. And so I'm going to get started. Let's just get it adhered to the page. Okay. So these two are going to be my first layer. So, okay, let's see. Let me start with this beautiful little frame. So how are you doing today? I'm in Georgia, and the weather is going to be pretty hot today, and I do have to go out later. But I'm not bothered too much with the hot weather. I used to live in Maryland, which I really did love living in Maryland. I'll lift this up a little bit so it doesn't adhere, because I'm going to put the stamp under it. And we had beautiful weather in Maryland. Maryland is a beautiful state. I really enjoyed living there. Close proximity to DC, New York. Even if I wanted to go down to Virginia, very centrally located. But the winters were brutal, and I was quite tired of that. So when hubby and I retired, we made our way to Georgia, and I have a daughter here, and my grandson, and sisters, nieces. So it's been a beautiful, beautiful relocation. We've been here about 11 years now. And it was only after retirement that I discovered this love. I'm going to adhere this particular little stamp. I discovered my love for paper crafting. Oh my goodness. I went from having nothing to having a full craft room. Nothing real fancy, but it's beautiful. I thank God for it. Oops. I want to turn that around so you can see the love word. Let me see if I can get it up. Okay, there you go. Put it right up here, close to the edge as possible, because I really want to see the word love. Okay. So I'm very happy to be here in Georgia, even in the heat. So now, where am I going to put my butterfly? I know I'm going to have to cut some of it off. Thinking maybe here. You can see love. You can see the other butterfly. And I think it's going to be real beautiful right there. And I kind of want the wings to be a little free. So I'm only going to put glue down the center and on the antennas, because I don't want these to come up. Yeah, that should be fine. So, all right, let's get it where I can see love. And I think this might be a good place right here. Let me get one of my cloths. This one isn't, so I can mop up any glue that might. And I like the way that's going right here. So let me just get the body down first, the way I want it, right there. I think I want it to tilt a little bit more this way. Okay, let me get that out the way. This to be here, this to be here, this to be down. Leave that a little free. And you know, I might just not trim off the wings and put it in a larger envelope. Okay, trying to get this to stick down. So how does that look? Is that pretty? I kind of like it. All right. Let's see what else we can do to it to give it just a little bit more pizzazz. I was thinking maybe some jewels. How's that? Even though it's kind of vintage, you can always add sparkle. And I have these. That's a pretty color. I could go with something a little more muted. This color here. Let's see. Of those two, which look the best? And I was actually thinking of putting it up here. In this little corner here. Well, we don't want to lay down. Okay. Well, what do you think about that color? Maybe just 3 going across. And I want the larger jewels. How's that? I think that's really pretty. Gives it a little sparkle, but not overdoing it. I think I'll commit to that. Okay, let's get the rest of the jewels back into the pot. You know, you have these little pots of jewels. You feel like, boy, these might last me forever. And I love the jewels. I would probably use it on every card. And I like that color. It doesn't really take away from anything. My favorite colors are in the blue and turquoise family. And that's really reflected in my card making. Sometimes I have to force myself to use other colors. No, you have to use pink today. Or yellow. I like those colors too, but I really seem to go towards this color. Okay, I'm going to do that. So let me work on the sentiment. Okay, fear not, he is with you. Okay. Or, let's see the other one. God will not forsake you. I kind of think I want that one. But what I'm going to do is cut it down just a little bit more, take some of that border off. I think I like it a little closer. And I think I'm going to try cutting this myself. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. I'm not such a straight cutter, but I'm trusting that God will not forsake me when I'm doing this. Oh, not too bad. Let me get the other side. I just don't want to cover up very much of this beautiful, beautiful butterfly, which I colored using markers. Okay, let's see now. Oh yeah, I like that a lot better now that it's not as chunky. Okay. Let's see, in here I could cut just a little sliver off to straighten it up some. Okay, I don't know if that did it better or not, but I am going to now just ink around the edges. Get a little color right on the edge. think I need a little more ink. Okay. There we go. Bringing in some of the blue that you see in the butterfly, which is tumbled glass distress oxide. Very light, very soft. So it's perfect for this sentiment to go around the edge of it. And I think that I'm going to adhere this directly with no dimension added because this card has quite a bit of dimension already. All right. You know, it's really kind of funny when you're making cards to sell. This is all going to benefit the women's ministry at our church. And you're feeling some kind of way about, whoa, what if nobody buys the cards? What if they don't like them? But, you know, it's all for the glory of God. And for the work of the ministry. So I can't get too caught up and just really have faith that God in his divine providence will have these cards sell and help our ministry, our women's ministry. Isn't that sweet? Look at that. Oh, I love it. Okay, let me now just adhere the jewels. Let's see. Let me get a stronger glue. Okay. Give me a minute. I'm opening a new one. I really love, well, I have a love with several glues, but I'm thinking that in terms of being versatile, the 3-in-1 glue, I can use it for everything. And thus far, it's very trustworthy. So I just have a brand new bottle of the 3-in-1 glue, and I am a happy camper. Okay. So let me test it. I just opened it. Perfect. So let's get this one. Let's see if my pencil will work. Guess it doesn't want to. So let's get a little dollop of glue there. Ooh, I don't want to get too much. That might be too much. So stick my finger in it and putting it on. Okay, I want to stick to my finger. This is always such a trip for me. And I know there are tools that you can buy. I bought one and it worked well for a while and then it stopped working. Then I purchased this little pencil, which was significantly less costly, and it's been working okay. It kind of works well, seems like, when it wants to. But here we go. That worked pretty good. And now let's get one in the center of these. Okay, that looks about right here. A little dollop of glue. Doesn't take much of this glue for it to work very well. And here we go. I think I see a little piece of glue here. Let me see if I can soak it up. Get that a little centered better. Get them all flush. Okay. And if there's any glue that, another thing I like about the 3-in-1, you can always go and rub off little extra specks that you might find. And there it is. There's my card. God will not forsake you. What do you think? I think it's very different and very cool. I'll have to think about what I'm going to put in the inside of the card. Or maybe I won't put anything. Just leave some room for a person to write their own message, which is what I like to do a lot of the time. So there we are. One card done. I will do something to the envelope. On the back, I'll probably put a butterfly on the back. But I don't want to be in here just, going through my stash looking for the right butterfly. But I wanted you to see, here's my one card that I just made online. And here's the card that I made yesterday. So, woohoo! I hope you enjoyed this video and that you were able to get some ideas about, a card that you might make using the glitter paper, running it through an embossing folder, and just using an image in the center. Really, really pretty, nice sparkle. And this one, a vintage card, what I'm calling it. Getting some vintage paper, maybe a digital, or perhaps you might have an old book with book pages, and just using, like I have here. I found an image of a butterfly. I colored an image of a butterfly after I stamped it, and just a couple of vintage looking stamps. And wish me luck. No, don't wish me luck. Say a prayer for our sale, that we sell all of these cards and glorify the Lord Jesus Christ. And you have a wonderful day. Thank you for tuning in. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Bye-bye.